Tuesday evening, and I want to start off looking at an oil chart here. And what's interesting is that this was the low that was put in last week, and it had a lot of volume on it too. And then it pushed right up to, this is the hourly 130 moving average line, which is equates to around a 20 moving average for a daily, and it pushed right up to it, over peaked, little double top action here, and it went back underneath again. And I trade oil in the futures, and it popped today to 43.52, and then it sold off all day. And the draw reports were bearish on oil, and I think we have a couple weeks here to go into next contract roll, and somebody has to buy these contracts back from people, and I doubt they're going to buy them back at a premium. So I'm looking for oil to fall from here. But now I know where my stop is. If you're short oil, if the USO gets to up over, I can make it easier here to see the number, over 1023 or 43.52 on the oil contract, that should be your stop, and then move it down every day on the previous day's high as it falls. And if it falls below this number here or the previous low, I would call this a failure, and we're gonna have to see, because we're going into, once we get into September, oil is not in its bullish season. It goes back to being more bearish, and so August into September should be its bull move, and there's just so much oil out there, and there's so many contracts long, that it's just amazing to me that if they could push this thing up to highs. And the other thing too, they always count on in August and September, and I think there's a reason why the seasonality even came into existence is the oil fields shutting down because of the hurricanes. And I follow the weather, and now there's reports out there that from people who watch this stuff every day and don't have a political agenda, is that it's not conducive to Atlantic hurricane formation off the African coast, and which is just amazing. The water's getting too cool. The Saharan dust is coming off too hard, and now they have anomalies in this high-low cycle. I forget the cycle's name. I'll look it up. I posted on Twitter. Is that it makes it difficult for the convection to start a circulation. So if they don't get that, and the Atlantic and the Gulf stays fairly benign in terms of hurricanes, nobody's driving. China's not buying. That I think it's going to put a lot of pressure on oil. I'm spending a lot of time on it because as oil goes, the market goes, and I think it's going to cause some pressure, because a lot of people are looking for this big bounce. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know where my buy point's going to be. If it blasts back up over today's high, then I'm happy to go long. But in the meantime, I'll just keep riding it short and moving my stop down. So then let's take a quick look at gold. The miner. I'll get to the miners in a second. It's just amazing. But gold's just riding on that 20-day. I think it's just biding their time. And gold goes into its best season, going into September from August. So I just think that better days are ahead for gold and silver. And then, my biggest position that I own is, and I don't really trade it, I try to add to it as I can, is silver wheaten. And it's coming right back up again. The high was on the 2nd of August at 29.59. Actually, it beat that today. So, did I get that right? No. Yeah, sure did. 29.87 today. So it's just right back up there again, which is just amazing to me. Is that the miners just aren't interested in selling off. People have the shorts on the miners on the ropes, and so it looks like silver and gold will catch up to the miners and just keep riding it. You know, silver wheaton is great to own because it acts like a miner in terms of beta, but it isn't a miner, so you don't have to worry about all the miner crap that goes with owning a mine. And so just keep that in mind. It's my favorite, my other one that I own, and I'm pretty much trying to stay with these two and not chase a lot of individual names. As SILJ, I think I'll get the leverage from the juniors, and has its biggest ownership is First Majestic, and it's doing fine. It's below its high, but a couple of the small caps I think even popped again today. I think AXU had a great day today. It did. It sold off a little bit into the end, but I think the small cap silver miners are gonna be where the money is, and silver is gonna be where the money is, and that's kind of where I'm camped out. Although I own some gold calls that I've been hedging, selling against them every week, and I'll push my August 131s out to September, 131s at the end of this week. Give me 5 weeks, and I'll keep selling against them if we stay in this neutral to bearish mindset on gold until it breaks out again. And let's see, the last thing I'll show you guys here is the wrong one. I'm sorry, I have futures on the brain. Is looking at SPY. It got 1% up over its moving average, and it contained it today. I'm looking for it to go back down to its 20-day daily on this, and it just needs to recharge. There's just no energy at all in this market. I mean, I think volume today again was pretty pathetic. And then I shorted biotech today. I had buy signals on LABD and BIS. I took LIBD. I day trade this one a lot, and I'm looking for at least a move, $2 or $3 move up until 24, 25 area, and that's pretty much what I want to kind of go over today. And so